Yes, recording. No, you're recording? Yeah, okay. Today is Friday, September 5th, 2025. I'm here at my house in my room, looking out the window, just waiting for the morning to come because I fell asleep super fucking early. Fell asleep like at, what, 8 o'clock? I don't even know, but I fell asleep before my daughter did. She was with her grandma and still awake. And I fell asleep over here before I heard that she was asleep, so I know it was before 8. I was just so tired yesterday. I've been super drained the past couple of days, mentally mostly, mentally and emotionally. I actually, the day before yesterday, I had sort of like, they're not really, I don't think they're really anxiety attacks, because anxiety attacks to me are uncontrollable moments of like panic, and these are more like controlled emotional outbursts that I do. Well, somewhat controlled, because I control them to a degree where I can, if I feel it coming on, I can start directing my body to move to a private area, where I can let it out. But I mean, obviously, it's a skill I've learned over time because I wasn't born that way. I didn't know how to do it right away. I was having outbursts constantly where I just start crying uncontrollably in front of people and not caring, who's hearing me or how loud or how weird or how ugly I looked while I was crying, because I was just letting myself feel, what I was feeling. So yesterday I was recovering from an event that happened the day before, where I was. Did I wake you up? I'm sorry. I think I woke up Marco. Marco stays with me now. We're living together now, again. But yeah. Anyway, so I was upset because the light was cut off. Um, I forgot to. I've been having trouble paying the bills. I've been falling real behind on all my bills since I left my job at Bethany House, and it's been real tough. And I've been trying to keep it all together, as much as I can. But um, when the light got cut off yesterday or the day before, it just was hitting that point again where I was losing control of myself, and I wanted to, have a crying moment where I just let everything out, just let it all purge out of me, because it's been a while that I've been unable to find a job. And at first I thought it was just me, my age, that I'm getting older, and it's more difficult to find a job when you're getting older, just because most companies want to hire younger people. They don't really want to hire someone hitting 40. They would rather hire someone just out of college or out of high school, if it's a retail job, because they're easier to control and manage or whatever. And, they're more accessible as far as their scheduling. They don't have kids or anything. And I understand, so I try not to take it personally, but it was getting really, difficult. The fact that I'm falling so behind on my bills. And so I just kept, trying and trying. looking for a job and trying to help Marco here too. It's getting the house together because he's building his house here out of that old abandoned building, the old home that had burned down, the first home in this neighborhood. He's bringing it back to life, and I'm helping him do that. Or I was helping him, after we fired the other contractors, but or he fired them, but yeah, they hired other professionals again to help to do the tiling and stuff because we were kind of taking long. I didn't feel comfortable doing that anyways because I wanted it to come out right, and I've never done anything like that before, so I just wanted to be sure it was done right. But anyways, so I was spending a lot of time doing that, and also um just looking for jobs, and trying to stay together because I have had moments where I was gonna lose it, but I'm just telling myself, talking through my depression, to keep myself up. And but yeah, when the lights turned off, I just started getting to that dark place again, literally and figuratively. And I went and about my day trying to stay calm. I went to go and get help from the Texas Community Action Agency. Good morning. I'm making a video, and I asked for the assistance from them. I had already asked for the assistance from them, like, because they have a certain timeline. What? Oh, hold on. I'll be right there. This is all we got for now. I hope it's enough. And they they have this certain system how they set it up. They only or give out applications once a month, so they only have a certain day throughout the month for when you can go and request for assistance, and it's only a certain amount of applications they give out. And in this case, it's, I believe, 80. Actually, that's another thing I need to make a complaint about because the system, the way they have it set up, is so fucking stupid, and like makes it so hard for people, like, that are asking for help, and it doesn't have to be that hard. Like, they know they only have 80 applications, and they make people, like, more than 80 people stand in line for hours, and it's like, why don't you just hand out numbers to the people that are lined up, right, as soon as they get there, and then when it reaches 80, yeah, and then anybody else who comes, sorry, there's no more. Like, why make them wait and stay for fucking? I I'm I was more mad about that because I was the 81st person at the first building that I went to, and I got more mad because there was an old lady that cut the line in front of us, and I know she cut line to, like, go make sure she got an application. She was just using her disability as a way to cut through the line, which, I didn't say anything about at the time because I didn't want to seem like that asshole, but you know, it's still wrong in my opinion. Like, yeah, you're disabled, but the economy is shit. We all have people, to take care of. I have my daughter too. Like, I want to have her here with me in my house. Like, well, why are you special because you have you know, an older age than me and you have a walker? Like, you're closer to death than me, lady. Shit, like, honestly, like, that's how I start to feel because I'm like, that's fucking unfair. I've been waiting in this line for fucking ever, and I'm getting sent away, and you let her cut line, and like I was so mad about that. But and that was a moment I was being challenged. I know again because I was having a voice in my head of rational like calmness talking over my emotional feeling that was taking over my body and my emotions. And then that's how I know that I'm being tested, is because that voice starts coming stronger, challenging my emotional like reaction in those moments more. So, and they told us that there was another building that was in Rio Bravo, which was kind of a ways away. That still had applications, so that and there was another one too that was actually closer, but I felt like everybody was gonna go to that closer one, so I was like, I'm gonna go to Rio Bravo to guarantee I have a better chance. So, and yeah, I think Rio Bravo even had some extra ones, and that's what I wanted to make a complaint about to the county, because like, why are you distributing the applications evenly, or giving more to an area that has like a fraction of the residents that Laredo has? Like, Laredo should get more. They have more people there. There should be more in the area for the people that get help. There's so many people that get sent away, and they have no idea that there's more applications, just 20 minutes down the road or 15 minutes down the road, whatever. They would go get it if they knew, and they wouldn't need to waste their time in line if they had a better fucking system. Like, so then, things like that just piss me off, as I'm going through these hardships, these things